Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to discuss whether you should summon on the Gogeta banner or on the Broly banner. Now, firstly, always summon on the banner that has a character that you want. If you want certain characters, go for it. There's nothing I can say that should stop you. You should always summon for who you want. Also bear in mind that now we have a new style of discount. You can do 7 summons, your 4th one will be free, and your 7th summon will also include a featured SSR. So it's a very big change. I think ultimately it's one for the better. It does require you to go a bit deeper on banners than you might have before, but what it does do is it guarantees you better units. So overall, for more investment, you get a better outcome, basically. So let's talk about the two banners. Broly is a Dokkan Festival banner and Gogeta is a Carnival banner. Broly also has a sub-banner unit, whereas Gogeta does not. Now, there are no tickets for this, so there are discounts, there are guaranteed SSRs, but there are no tickets. So global people usually expect tickets for each summon. You cannot get tickets for this summon. The only tickets you can get come from the blazing opponent situation. Now, in terms of like summoning, please remember as well that you get your thank you ticket summons, and these summons are going to be able to be used on any of these banners plus the banners in part 2. So if you're someone who's interested in grabbing yourself, say for example Gogeta or Broly, and you get unlucky and you want to use your thank you summon tickets, you can, but only in part 2 and 3 when all the tickets are released and those banners are released, but they'll be identical to these ones. Now let's talk about which banner to summon on. Now quite frankly, for me, I gotta be honest, I think Broly's banner is better. Broly himself is a very good unit. I think he and Gogeta are very good. I'm not gonna say which one is better. For me personally, I think they're both excellent. I think Gogeta will probably last longer regardless, because super teams tend to get more buffs. But with that being said, Broly leads a great range of categories. Broly himself is incredibly powerful, comparable to Gogeta, if anything. But the big thing is Broly's banner is better. Broly has a Dokkan Festival banner. Broly has a ton of great Dokkan Festival LRs that tons of new players, old players are just going to want. Golden Freezer is great, he's super duper awesome, really nice support, nice tanky, solid unit to really help out super bosses. Just a really good unit like that. Then you also obviously have like a ton of Dokkan Festival LRs. You've got the Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Goku combo card. You've got the God Boys, the Super Saiyan God unit. You've got Zamasu, who's a fantastic unit for super bosses. You've got, okay, Cooler, yeah, maybe a bit of a drop off there. The God Boys still age pretty well. The 5th year anniversary units are pretty decent still with their easy A's. And this physical Blue Boys, they're going to get the easy A. Honestly, I think all of these units pretty much are usable. Physical Broly, not so much, just because he, he's great for World Tournament even. So for me, this banner holds a lot of value. Good strong leader skills, good strong units. Nice units that are good for making teams or being on teams. And then you get the Carnival banner. Now the Carnival banner obviously features Gogeta. I think Gogeta is a super popular character and I think he's awesome in his own right. He has a new taunt slash intercept skill, which is really interesting. Overall, he just looks great. He's basically like an improved version of the physical Trunks that's on this banner. Your physical Trunks kind of function similarly, except not with the intercept, but he can turn into a first star tank. But I think they're very similar, stacking defense, progressively getting stronger. Gogeta himself is very good. And I think, obviously, if you want to summon for him, go for it. Understand that Carnival banners and Carnival units are harder to get than Dokkan Fest units. So Carnival banners don't come around so often. Getting a unit like Gogeta is going to be harder than it is possibly going to be to get some of the other units throughout this anniversary. Carnival banners don't pop up all the time. So if you do want Gogeta, you might have to focus on them because of that fact. Now, of course, Gogeta is the main draw card, but the banner does still have some decent units. I think Trunks is very good. A lot of people underrate him for me. I find him to be excellent, especially with a dupe or two. I think he stacks really, really well. Gohan is also pretty good, but then things start to kind of drop off here comparative to the other banner. Metal Cooler, not super solid in the current meta. Broly, Chila, and Lemma are great with their EZA. So is Strength MUI Goku. So there is some really good choices here, but then you get like Int Goku, Bardock and Gine, and Paragus and Broly, and Krillin. Those, although they're getting their EZAs and will be useful, are not, for me, the same strength and level of team building in that as some of the Dokkan Festival units. They are great, but they don't provide as much to your team. If you're a new player, I suggest something for Broly. It's got a lot more leads and teams and just units that are useful for building teams. If you are a veteran player or someone who really can't deal with missing out, Carnival banners are probably better for you. You can always pick up Broly later on plenty of Dokkan Festival banners, red coins, etc., your most common coin. But yeah, that's it from me.